Hi everyone, my sleeves and I welcome you back to my channel. My name's Gabriela. I make videos about astrology, self-care, mental health, theater life, Disney life, and anything else I feel like talking about. So welcome. Today, I really bad it, but that's not what the video's about. Okay. Today, we are continuing my anger series. I only have 2 more and I'm gonna be wrapping it up. We are gonna continue with Aquarius anger. So this could apply to their sun sign, their moon sign, but especially something to look for when it comes to anger is their Mars sign. For example, you might be a Virgo. So when you introduce yourself, you're like, hey, what's up? I'm John, I'm a Virgo. But look at your chart and your Mars might be an Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign. And Aquarius is also known for being unique, being the one that stands out, being the sort of pioneer, the one who doesn't mind being different. On that note, they also kind of see the world through this lens of being the black sheep, feeling like they're always misunderstood. So they enjoy being unique, but it's also their sort of plight to feel misunderstood. And I have my moon in Aquarius, so I feel you. They are a sign that when they're angry, they'll tell it like it is. They really will not filter themselves if they're giving themselves a chance to say how they feel. But as an air sign, Aquarius especially, they can be very detached. They can find themselves feeling unable to express what's going on in their emotional world, to not have the words for it or to not have the toolbox, as I like to say, to be able to express that. So their common sort of MO is to dismiss and to detach. An Aquarius is not a sign that you would call extremely sensitive. An Aquarius, when it comes to kind of their whole world, their whole way that they live, it's sort of like if I offend you or something I say offends you, that's on you. I don't care. It's not my responsibility to watch out if you're gonna get hurt or not. Don't be so sensitive. You know, they can be quite cold and quite just detached in general. You know, it's like, don't be clingy, don't be so dramatic, don't cry all over me, but we'll get to that later. So an Aquarius, especially Aquarius Mars, when they get angry, they're comfortable losing friends. They're a sign that's like, okay, if you have to go, you have to go. Moon in Aquarius, I am the queen of cutting people out of my life. And I have not regretted it once yet. So at least they have very good judgment. They know who's sort of dulling their shine or who just needs to go. But they're not someone who gives a bunch of chances and they're not one of the more forgiving signs. They truly are like, okay, if you're making my life if you're hurting me and stuff, or you've done something to, like, goodbye. Unless you want to come fix this, bye-bye. You know, I don't need to hash this over with you if that's not something you want to do and that's how you want to treat me. Bye, nice knowing you. Who are you again? Like, they can be so detached that way. So I'm always careful around my Aquarius friends not to be misunderstood by them, to really be clear by what I mean with things, or you can see when something kind of rubs them the wrong way, I clear it up immediately, because otherwise, if it's not acknowledged, you will sort of feel them slowly but surely detaching from you, and then that's it. As an Aquarius moon, that is what I do. I'm not really confrontational. I just will slowly pull away from you, and then if you ask why I'm pulling away from you, you get the whole list. So that's how an Aquarius pretty much is when they're angry. They will detach before they confront, or before they, you know, do something really dramatic or extremely vengeful. It's tough with them because they can be very dismissive, leave me alone, go away, stop trying to win me back. That's one thing they really don't enjoy, is when they're angry or upset and somebody is dancing around the topic of why they're upset and sort of just trying to win their favor by, oh, do you want to come to this concert with me? I have an extra ticket. Oh, you look so pretty today, DMing them. It's like, if you're not going to acknowledge why I'm mad, then leave. Like, I'm not gonna respond to you. It's very much, don't try the cheap tricks to win somebody back, because it's not gonna work with an Aquarius. But it's tough because they can be detached and they can push other people away, especially when they're upset or they don't know how to express their emotions. But it also can really irritate them that they feel like misunderstood. They feel like nobody cares about them. And I get that, but it's like, well, if you're not comfortable asking for help, if you're not comfortable asking for an apology, which I've had to learn to do, then people are just gonna leave you alone. The people that love you will mostly respect your boundaries. They don't know what's going on with you, so you can't be mad. If you've told someone, leave me alone, or you've cut off communication with them and they stop reaching out to you, you can't really feel like they just don't care about you. They're actually respecting your boundaries. So it's like you have to decide what you want. But that is going into my next point. When an Aquarius is mad at you, it's just, you've got to give them space, but it's helpful to let them know that you care. So even verbalizing things like that. I understand you want me to leave you alone and I respect your boundaries. Please know that I care very much about you, and I will do anything to rectify the situation. So if and when you're ready to speak to me, I would really like you to reach out so that we can make this better. But I understand that you need to take your space. Don't try to tell them how to feel. Don't try to tell them to get over it. Don't tell them, talk to me now. Don't walk away from me. Don't ignore me. It's just not gonna work. They're just gonna shut down more and more and more. If they feel that you're trying to pry them open or pry forgiveness out of them, they will completely stonewall you. So don't do that. They're not a sign where they're acting pouty, but they really want you to pay attention. They want to be left alone for the most part, but of course, like any other human, they want to feel like you care about them. So it's difficult to strike a balance, I understand, with those signs. Some things that might piss an Aquarius off is if you seem over emotional. So if everything they do is somehow hurtful to you and you are sort of a victim, you have a victim mentality, that's something that they of many signs are not going to be patient with. If you are always acting like you're the one that's hurt and everyone's against you, and you're sort of bringing the energy down by acting like, you know, just everything, you're so wounded, they're just not going to enjoy spending time with you. Other things would be because they are ruled by Uranus, which is all about independence and being a pioneer and changing things up and shattering the norm. They're very proud of who they are individually. They're very proud of the life that they've built, the things that they do, the time that they spend on what's important to them. Their identity is very much anchored in their uniqueness, what makes them different, instead of what makes them like other human beings, which might be more of a Pisces thing. You know, what relates me to the human experience. Aquarius is like, what makes me different from the human experience? So if you are trying to not let them do things their way, or if you at all try to tell them that maybe the way that they're doing things isn't right, it's weird, I suppose not it's weird, they don't care about being weird, but really trying to force them to change in order to have a relationship with you, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen unless they are a very codependent Aquarius who has learned to shut off the unique sides of them to make someone else happy, and they become a chameleon, which I've been there. But otherwise, a healthy Aquarius will be like, I'll let you do you and you can let me do me, but not really, because they still think their way is the best. Another thing is acting like you know it all. Ooh, they don't like that, because they also consider themselves as quite intellectual, smart. They know how to do things. They can actually be really stubborn and independent. So if you act like, I know it all, let me give you unsolicited advice about how to live your life, goodbye. No, that's like, who do you think you are? They'll put you in your place real fast. Again, trying to change them, and also being a user, because they are traditionally very independent. So they can spot somebody that's just using them like this, and it's really a turn off to them, because they're like, I have accomplished what I've accomplished without using people and being fake. Don't try to do that to me. It's almost like they rise above and they're like, don't try to pull one over on me. I know who you are. They're very proud, sort of like Scorpio, in seeing fake people. They're very proud of their ability to see fake people, and they can. A little Aquarius anger example. My friend is an Aquarius, and recently, I hope she doesn't mind me telling the story, this is anonymous anyway. Recently, her manager dropped her right before she was supposed to go on a tour, and right after her new album just dropped. He just said, we're not working together anymore. There was no real reason, apparently, from what I've heard in the story. She had sensed something weird was going on, whatever. So I said, what did you say when he called you and said that? And she was like, I literally laughed, and I said, okay. And then, you know, he tried to make things better by saying, well, I've told other people about you and I'm trying to get you with a new manager, and that wasn't helpful to her. It wasn't like, oh, sweetheart. It's like, don't try the cheap little things to try and get it to seem like you're not totally screwing me over right now. She was done. So that's so Aquarius to be like, haha, okay. And I know she was furious, but she's like, not only what is the point of me popping off on this person, but like, I'm already so mad that this person does not even deserve my words. Like, an Aquarius is not someone who will beg anybody to stay. It's like, you want to leave? Okay. All right. Bye-bye. So it's not like she was going to say, why did I, you know, why did you do this? What can I do? Da, 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 da. An Aquarius can be very proud, just like Leo, their opposite sign, and they're not going to beg anybody to stay. So most of the time, it's not going to be worth it to them to have some big argument. When they're truly mad, they'll say 2 or 3 words, and if they laugh, bye-bye. They're really mad. So like I said, if you're experiencing this, give them plenty of space, let them know you care, and I'm gonna say months. If months have passed and they haven't reached out, chances are they don't, I'm gonna be brutal, chances are they don't really miss you. But if you reach out, there's no telling, they might totally be open to getting together with you, and then they'll be reminded of the nice friendship you had, or the, you know, what good things you brought to their life, or they can see how you've changed. Don't force them. You're really gonna irritate them if you try to force them to forgive you right now, or you try to force them to have an emotional conversation. It's not happening. Leave them alone for a long time. For a long time. I am just now open to some relationships I cut off. If they hit me up, I would be like, okay, we can have a cordial discussion. But some other people, I'm like, no, I've cut you out and my life is better now, so I'm just not gonna say anything. So I will not say that this is, I will not say that I can guarantee that your Aquarius is gonna forgive you, or not even forgive you, but just, you might not have the same relationship you had. But if it's worth it to you, then give them the space and reach out. And try to be as transparent as possible. Do not try to use tears as a way to make them feel bad for you. They won't. It'll shut them down because they probably won't cry. Don't try to dance around, like I said, and send them gifts, dance around the point. Be straight up, and you kind of just put your line out there and see if they bite, and if they don't, then you need to respect their boundaries. And friendship is very important for them. Friendship is how even their romantic endeavors begin. So they do have a soft spot, especially for friends. And if it was one small mistake, let them have their moment of silence, their cold shoulder moment, and then try it again. So yeah, I'm just thinking if there's anything else to say, but I think I've really covered it all. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I will talk to you in my next video. Please subscribe, thumbs up this video, comment, anything. It really, really makes a difference in just my spirits and how this channel does. And check out my social media linked below if you want to keep up with me off of YouTube. I love you guys very much. I'll talk to you soon. Mwah! Bye, guys.